Psalm 107, verses 1 and 2 says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say this." Begin to think about that verb, say. And if we are the redeemed of the Lord, if God has rescued us from sin and death by what Jesus has done for us on the cross, then we're the redeemed, and we need to do something. We need to say something. It's not enough to think good thoughts. It's not enough to just quietly reflect on what God has done in our lives. It's not enough to hope that those that we know and interact with, our coworkers and neighbors, friends, people we go to school with, will somehow find out what God has done in our lives because we think happy thoughts and smile often. That's not what the psalmist is talking about here. The psalmist calls the redeemed of the Lord to say something. And then I begin to take the psalmist's words seriously, that if we're the redeemed of the Lord and we need to say something, what would happen if Christ Community Church across all 4 of its campuses were 5,000 people who said something, who rehearsed and gave voice to the story that God is telling and the part that each one of us plays? What would happen if community groups gathered around living rooms and began to give voice to the story that God is telling inside of people's lives? What if moms and dads around dinner tables and in cars were talking to their children saying, put away the technology for a moment and let's rehearse together and give voice to the story that God is telling inside of our family. Here's what God has done in our lives. Let's rehearse that. Let's give voice to it. So here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to take another day. Don't let another day go by before you take time to give God praise for the story that He is unfolding in you.